there, that is Babu Mtekova, but that his name is Bernard Simanto. Joining us in just a short while is James Kamau. He's the co-founder and chairman of the Millennial Environmentalists, that is TME, and also accompanying him is Achesa. She's the co-founder of that same, the Millennial Environmentalists. It would be really beautiful if we are all taking a part in taking care of our environment and we have a future for generations that will come. And they're asking one question: ever wondered how beautiful this world would be if everyone understood the need to care for the environment? How can you do it on a small scale, but also how can the whole community join in efforts to ensuring sustainability and taking care of this same planet, the one and only one that we have left for us? My name is Richard Okenya. I'm taking a short break. Coming back with my guest. Interact with me at Richard_Okenya at KUTV Kenya. We'll be right back. So as we face the challenges that are posing, or the challenges which are posed by the changing climate, it's increasingly evident that we need to include the youth and give them a voice and ideas on how they can participate, and they are crucial in shaping this sustainable future. I have the privilege of speaking with two people who are very keen on this agenda from 2019 till now. We're going to hear about their journey and how you can join in so far in where they've reached with this effort. Welcome to the show, the two co-founders of TME.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Richard.
Right. I'll start with you. Is it Cheryl or is it Cheryl?
Either. Cheryl, I will give you the pass.
All right. Please let us know about yourself and your role at TME, and then we can get to the conversation.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for this opportunity again. I am Cheryl Achesa. I am an alumni of Kenyatta University. I studied conservation biology. So I am a passionate environmentalist, and that is what drove us to come up with the idea of setting up an environmental conservation organization. So the Millennial Environmentalist is a youth-led organization. Most of our members are youth. So we partner with the older generations, but we focus on youth inclusion in the matters of environmental conservation. We realize that youths are the inheritors of our planet, and it is our responsibility to take care of it, making sure that the other generations that are coming after us have a clue of what they have to do and the impacts of not doing whatever we have to do to conserve it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
All right. Your other co-founder, welcome to the show as well.
Thank you very
James.
much.
Let's hear about you and what your role is at TME.
Thank you very much, Bona Richard. My name is James Kamau, also an alumni of KU. We did the same class, conservation biology, but also I'm currently a student here, postgraduate, taking masters in plant ecology, the same university, KU. Yes, so
your lecturers must be really happy to see two classmates already, furthering this agenda of sustainability after, something that you went through in class.
Probably we will pass by our school to say hi to them.
Yeah. All right, for sure. Let's begin with you in this series of questions. How does TME provide a platform for the youth to actualize their ideas towards sustainability?
So the reason why we came up with TME, we were just joking that we started the organization right here at Science Zone Center, SZ. That is where we started the organization. And our thoughts were, we've learned conservation, we've learned the scientific terms, we've learned the scientific way of doing conservation. We want to package this information in a way that the community can consume, in a way that a child can understand, and a person who has not done environmental science or conservation biology could understand.
All right.
We want to break down the knowledge that we have so that we can give it to the community, and this mixing it up with traditional knowledge so that we can implement. So the youth have a platform to come and share their ideas and implement their projects in the Millennium Environmentalist in different ways, and the major way being the Hummingbird Awards, where we recognize and actually celebrate environmentalists, both as in individual and institution capacity, as well as partner with them, ensuring that they have the ability to implement and our planet stewards to Mother Earth.
Let me start with a very pertinent question for you. When we speak of a future where everyone is taking care of the environment, it's all green, you walk out, you breathe nice air, it sounds like a pipe dream. Is it possible? Is this something that we can accomplish in the near future?
Yes. It is very possible to achieve a greener future. And it starts with behavioral change.
Okay.
Once you as a person take responsibility over your little day-to-day actions, there are common things like don't litter. Try buy a reusable bottle for carrying your water. Yeah, reduce your carbon footprint. There are little ways that each of us can take care of the planet. You don't need to do the big things. And that is our inspiration behind the Hummingbird Awards, as James has said. We are focusing on the little things. Our late matriarch, the Professor Wangari Maathai, gave a story of a small bird, the hummingbird, that this forest was burning one day. And the huge animals were looking at it, they are surprised, they don't know what to do. But this bird said, I will do the best I can to put out this fire. So it went back and forth to the stream, taking a drop of water each time and trying to put out this fire. So it was just doing the best it could at this point, not looking at the elephants, not looking at the lions, not looking at anyone else but itself. So I think the issue of environmental conservation is a collective responsibility for each and every one of us. Surely there's one small thing that you can do to help overcome the impacts of climate change, of pollution, of deforestation. Yeah.
Okay. When we look at James, this is to you. When we look at this, climate action conferences, when you take a look at COP27, COP26, mostly, it's the leaders, world leaders who are aged way past 50, way past 60, speaking about the future of the planet. And we're trying to get youth onto a platform to share their ideas and to have a voice. In your opinion, why is it important to bring the youth on board? Maybe this will be a question an older generation will ask, what unique skills does this youth have towards solving issues of climate change?
Wow, that is a very good question. The youth, like ourselves, we have very unique skills. Like ourselves, the way I've told you, we're changing our knowledge on conservation biology in a palatable way. And our biggest campaign is Stop Seed Abortion. Very simple.
Okay.
In your own home, when you eat your avocado, what do you do with the seed?
I throw it out.
You throw it away. What do you do with your milk paper when you drink your milk in the morning?
Throw it out.
We are bringing and telling you every Kenyan in their household can save the seed, can save the milk paper, plant it, and that is a seedling. We are not only greening our environment, but we are also solving food security. If you ask yourself, how many trees have you thrown away? If you think about the trees you've thrown away, if they were big enough and the whole Kenya, will you be complaining about food security?
No, we wouldn't.
The youth are the solution. They never thought of this. We are thinking about it. So that's why we're implementing small things like the campaign Stop Seed Abortion. And that's why we're having our conference called the Hummingbird Awards. On that day, we usually have a conference where the people in the grassroots who have this knowledge, the little they can, come and share the things they have. Last year we came and realized, just imagine how many seedlings do we lose from a big tree dropping the seeds down, and then it rains and then the seeds germinate. How many seedlings do we lose by us not going there and transplanting them to other places where they can grow? You don't need money to do that. You just need a person who is passionate enough to go and do it. So when you see the COPs, the COP26, yes, it is good to discuss things. Yes, it is good to bring together people. But then the question is, what comes out? What is the end goal? For us last year, we brought in Conrad Masinde from Kilifi. He's an over 50-year-old person. In our Hummingbird Awards, we brought in Nisha. She's 10 years old. They came together. They did 250,000 mangroves in Kilifi. That is the collaboration that after our conference in Hummingbird, that is the result, one of the results that took place in Kilifi. So the question we should be asking ourselves is that after COP28, after COP27, or even the futures, what is the result? And that's why we saw it fit to actually bring the grassroots organizations together and actually bring their efforts in one place where the projects we can do are bigger and better. Yes.
Right. I like how you're amassing society towards addressing climate change. And now maybe to ask you, Achesa, on the youth still, what kind of challenges have you seen? I'm sure you've taken a survey of, issues here and there. And one of them, when we get to discuss here, this being a business show, I can't escape this part of, the cost of living, unemployment. These are things that youth are constantly thinking about, and trying to get them to also think about climate change is quite a difficult route to take. What kind of challenges do you think they're facing, and how can they be addressed while still having in mind a sustainable future?
Thank you so much for the question. There are many opportunities in the green space. There are many jobs in the green space. There are youths that are earning money from waste segregation, for example. They are making money out of waste management, leading us towards a sustainable future, but at the same time, they're also paying their bills. So the climate change space has a lot of opportunities for us. Even the tree nurseries, for example, there are youth who are being paid to even pot the seedlings. Yeah, there is a lot of research going on in the back end of how are we supposed to, how are we achieving a sustainable future. So I cannot dispute the fact that we have bills to pay, and this is a whole new space that we are entering into. But also, if you are keen enough, you will realize that there are monies somewhere that you can use. For example, the counties have a climate change fund. These are some of the opportunities that if you are keen enough to research on how do I access this money? Do I have a project that I want to do? Is the project viable enough? Is it sustainable? What are the mechanisms at the county to access such funds for youth, for example? Then you can get these funds, do your project, and
So there are still opportunities, even as you tackle issues of the climate, you can make a buck while at it.
Yeah, for sure.
James, you've mentioned, mangroves, coastal restoration, the Hummingbird Awards. Are there other projects that maybe now we can highlight in depth that you've been able to do for the past few years? Yeah,
for the past few years we've been around, we've been able to donate over 200,000 trees. This is done in schools. We've done over 100 schools where we go to schools, donate trees, and even give the kids education on how to start a nursery. Just the way I told you, the kids, imagine a school kids, every kid coming with a seed and a milk paper. What kind of a nursery will you start? If you have 1,000 kids, that is 1,000 trees in one day. Imagine if this is a culture. And then these trees are donated for free to our churches, to our children's homes, and mostly we're focusing on fruits and indigenous trees. We've tackled Nairobi National Park. There were areas that were degraded during the construction of SGR. We adopted a site, it's called Chitagate. We've done there over 30,000 trees. We've done Amboseli National Park, where we've donated not only trees, but also seed balls of indigenous trees and also grass species. I don't know if you know that grass is depleted in parks for our animals. So we've been in that project with Seed Balls Kenya. We've been broadcasting seeds of grasses and acacia trees that can be used as food for the animals. We've also done remove invasive species. We've also participated in restoration of Mount Kenya National Park. The other bigger project we did is in greening Sasamua Dam. Sasamua Dam is a dam that is feeding 11% of the water that is used in Nairobi comes from Sasamua Dam. So Sasamua Dam has a lot of land that is around the dam that was not green. We did over 62,000 trees there. So in our Hummingbird Awards project, where we partnered with 106 participants in Hummingbird last year, we did 65,000 trees and 65,000 seed balls. So we've done several projects, also educational. We also train people online on Zooms. We also use our nursery spaces as training for free, where anybody can walk in. We'll teach you about starting nursery, breaking seed dormancy, using cuttings, how to graft trees, and we disperse this information for the youth for free. So this is another opportunity for you to get knowledge where you can use. But then most importantly for the youth in Kenya, I would like to tell them this: don't look for the opportunities that are there, create your own opportunity. We created our own opportunity. from 2019 when you are graduating from KU. That is how we are. We have to create our own environment that is suited for us. Because if you check in Kenya, most youth are complaining that the streets are bad, the streets are not fair.
Streets are tough.
Streets are tough. Let us create new streets that are beneficial to us as we change the other ones. Yeah,
Right,
so
right,
it is possible. It is
Yeah,
quite possible, and we have them. We are doing it. They can do it, and we are here to help them out in any way they see fit. Yeah.
Maybe this is not something I should be asking on a TV interview, but do you take a look and ask yourself, it's working for me, why are they not doing it as well?
It's not that it's working for us the way we are supposed to be, because we've not reached our goal. We are still struggling, but then we have hope. And we have the stories of the late Professor Wangari Maathai to keep us in check, to give us still hope. And we have stories of environmentalists in Kenya who have made it. Yeah, and we have Michael Ayaki, who is our greatest mentor. I don't know if you've heard of him. He's doing a wonderful job. He's doing indigenous tree museums, buying land and planting the indigenous trees that were there in our census time, removing the exotic trees. That is our greatest mentor, and we work with him. Ukikoma kidogo, you call him, and then you talk for 1 hour, and then tomorrow it's a bright new day, and you continue with the journey.
All right.
Yeah.
Sharon, what criteria do you guys use to pick some of these project solutions that I'm having a look at here? And how do you pick the ones that will have a direct impact on the environment? If you have a criteria for that, and how do you balance the feasibility of the projects, because they are high intensity, coastal restoration, planting of trees. How do you balance the feasibility of the projects, and also while thinking about the potential for environmental change?
Okay. Majorly, we as an organization work with so many other organizations and so many other individuals. So by this way, for example, now we are here in Nairobi. We won't know what's happening in Kilifi. But us working with Conrad Masinde through the Hummingbird Awards makes us know there's an issue in Kilifi. So we share broadly with people all over Kenya, telling us, and that is exactly the main aim of the grassroots conference. It is coming together, sharing knowledge, making these collaborations. So if I'm here and there's something in Nakuru that I could do with another organization, and we meet at this conference, then we can tell each other, we can share ideas. There's this and this issue in Nakuru. There's a lake, that is almost drying up. So I'm here, I couldn't know that. But me sharing this, meeting these people in these spaces, gives me the opportunity to know this is something viable. We can do this and this and this, and then we change the situation. So I can say TME has been built so much on partnerships, on collaborations. Even as James says, Michael Wayaki was our first mentor, and he would give us trees even for free. He would donate trees for us to go and plant in schools. And this is majorly the collective, what should I call it, collective responsibility? No. It is just knowledge sharing, it is collaboration, it is partnership.
Yeah.
There are issues in this space, such as the main one I could say is finances. And the main way that we have found to curb this is collaboration. Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Collaborations, of course, to bridge that gap in funding also.
Yes.
And reaching to areas that.
Yeah, you may have the funds. I may have the logistical point of it. Someone else may have the knowledge of the correct species. Someone else may have the knowledge of this soil. This is probably the best soil, or maybe we could add something else. When we come together, then we can make a greater impact.
All right.
Yeah.
James, maybe you speak about a few of those partnerships and how they've been very fruitful so far.
Yeah, the best way, the TME way, and even what you were taught in schools, this will give it back to our professors and our teachers. The best way the only way to make sure a project succeeds is the community has to adopt it. So I can't go to Amboseli right now and do a project and then the community there does not know about it, or is not aware, or have not accepted the community. And that is where she brought that. Even in Kenya, there is public participation, stakeholder involvement, so that even the policies our government is bringing down are accepted in the community. And we use the similar policy or similar route, where we work with the different, what you call hummingbirds, from what our late Professor Wangari Maathai taught us. That she called us, all of us, to be hummingbirds. And our work is to actually look at other hummingbirds and help them build their capacity by doing this. So the best thing also we can do is we have so many environmentalists cropping up.
Mm-hmm.
And as TME, we've seen the niche that we need to educate these people. We need to build their capacity.
Mm-hmm.
And through this, we partnered with PMI, because the only way to make our projects sustainable is actually making their projects sustainable.
As well,
and
right.
the only way we're going to make their projects sustainable is ensuring they have the knowledge. And in this, we are very lucky to partner with PMI, Project Management Institute, an international NGO that has been training our hummingbirds on how to start and finish a co-project, and as much, most importantly, sustain it through proposal writing, starting nurseries, community setup, structuring, getting finances, all that. They come and train you so that all hummingbirds can actually know the knowledge and they can become planet stewards. Because every day we have a new environmentalist, but then if they don't have the knowledge on how to implement these projects on the ground, they will be they will be wasting their energy and resources. And it will only take me some few meetings to train you, and then you can continue in your future and fly away just like the hummingbird.
Right.
Yes.
All right. And still speaking on the Hummingbird Awards and Series coming up on 12th August. Can you tell us a little bit more about that, Cheryl? And I see there's, a call for artists to perform and all of that. What is the atmosphere of this day, and what kind of activities are going to happen?
The Hummingbird Awards and Series is a conference, first of all. The aim is to bring together grassroots environmentalists, both individuals and organizations. We want to hear from them. What are the challenges of the ground? What are the innovative ways that they are coming up with to solve these challenges? As we all know, we cannot all put the responsibility of environmental conservation on the government and corporations. We also have to do it by ourselves. It is better to have locally led solutions rather than waiting for probably the ministry to take care of what. Yeah, so the main aim of this conference is just to hear the solutions, create collaborations between them, partnerships, interact with brands that have actually come up with ways innovative ways towards conservation. The conference also doubles up as the awarding ceremony of the Hummingbird Awards edition of 2023. This is a project that has been running from the beginning of the year till now. So we have had stories, we have listened to stories of people doing work on the ground towards conservation, right from kids up to youths, up to even the adults. So we want to hear now from their perspective. We have had the stories on a site, so people go and read the stories and say, this, I like this, I like this. Yeah. Now we want to hear from them personally. What have you been doing? What is the impact you're creating? Why are you passionate about this and this? So after now the awarding ceremony, we also double it up with a climate change art exhibition and a silent auction.
Okay.
We have so far listened to several artists who are doing incredible work in terms of creating awareness of the issue of climate change, but through art. So maybe spoken word, maybe it is a painting, maybe it is a poem. That is what we want to hear from them on that particular day. It is a whole new field. It is a new field, actually, and we want to tap into this talent and voice more the issue that we are facing in terms of climate change and the solutions that we are coming up with, especially as youths.
Okay.
Yes.
Tickets, James, could you speak about that? There are tickets to the Hummingbird Awards.
Yeah, so Achesa has really broken down the value of what you're having there. So it will start from 2 to 10 p.m.
All right.
So in the afternoon, we'll be having a conference. From 5 to 6, we'll have a networking and cocktail. We'll have a full buffet. It's a full buffet. You eat because it is natural food. We can't be planting and not eating. So we'll have a proper African buffet. The theme is African, so bring your African wear, bring your traditional wear. What she did not mention was we have awards for event guest.
Oh, okay.
So the best dressed. the best dressed couple. We'll have raffles. People will win tree vouchers because in our nursery we give trees for free. So if you participate on that day, you'll be able to win a tree voucher of 100 trees. Species are your choice for free. So you can plant them wherever you want to be, in your school, in your area community as well. As well as she talked about us providing a platform for the youth. We have so many painters, photographers, artists who are doing incredible work on matters environment. They have never been celebrated anywhere else in Kenya. This is the first stop. So on that day, we'll be showcasing their art for free. Bring your art to us, we'll showcase it for free. So we'll use your art to decorate the room, but then your art will be there up for silent auction, where you'll have listed your price, and somebody can actually say, oh, this is 3,000. Let me double it and buy it at 6,000. So just to support the talent. As well as our entertainment is local, from the climate artists who are singing, doing poem and spoken word. So ticket for one person is going at 5,000. I also forget to tell you people is that everyone will be getting a bottle of locally made wine. We have an environmentalist who is making wine from guavas and cactus at University of Nairobi, Kabate. He was recognized in UK. He was number 35 in the whole world, most innovative young man.
Nice. He's
a PhD holder at UN. So on that day, we'll also work with him. It's called Duke. So we'll be showcasing his work there. So people will get also to enjoy locally made wine from UN. So cactus, mangoes, cactus, tea leaves. He's making wine from tea. Also making another market from tea leaves. You know, in Kenya, he's brought up from a community where he's brought up from tea farming. So you remember everyone complaining the government buys teas at a cheap price. So he came up with a way of making a wine from tea leaves, so that he can buy tea from his community at a higher price to uplift them. That is a hummingbird stories we are talking about. So that day you'll get to meet these people who are doing exceptionally good work. There are people who is making a whole house from plastic. He's collecting plastic from Dandora and making briquettes, just like the ones in the road, and can make a whole house. The exhibitor is here at Vika, they will be there. So everyone who is doing anything environmental will be there on that day. So you're invited. A table goes at 45,000 for 10 people, so everyone 4,500. But individual ticket goes for 5,000 for the whole day event.
All right.
Yes.
This is an exciting event, unlike what I thought it would be, because, you know, when we are speaking about climate or any of these, conversations which are regarding the future, we are used to a tight-knit conference, maybe a small Zoom with someone outside, you know, an expert, and then, let's do a few cocktails and then we are out of here.
I think that also comes as a way of the millennial first means this generation, mostly the youths in Gen Z. So that is a fun way of us bringing youths, attracting youths towards these conversations. We cannot do the corporate events as you put them.
The old way.
Yes. So this is just a fun way of bringing people on board, especially youths, to come listen, interact, and have fun while at it.
Right. For young individuals who are aspiring to join the fight against climate change, I've heard there are very beautiful ways in which they are getting involved, including the art scene. You know, you can sing about it, you can paint about it. Maybe just one word as we also try and wrap up this conversation for others as well, who are watching us from home. What can they do in their small community, individual level, their small bedsitter, the small Kasingo room, you know, to also join this fight and contribute to sustainable actions in their communities?
So for the youth out there, for anyone who is looking forward to entering our field, you can do it. Me and Cheryl here, we started this organization with trees in our balcony. In our bedsitter here in Ruiru. The bottom is upper Rainbow Resort. That's where we started our own nursery, by planting the same way I've shown you. So you can do it. It's easy. It's up to you. There are some things, there are some powers you are donating to individuals, certain individuals like our leaders, that I feel it is time for the youth to take back. And our health, our environment is some of the responsibility and powers that I encourage the youth to take back. And you can take them very simply. It does not cost you anything.
Does not involve big man.
It does not involve anything. It take some power back, because I usually tell Cheryl, if I planted a tree in August when our Excellency the President was entering, and I take care of this tree, 5 years after he's left, this tree will be feeding me. So if we plant every political year 1 million trees,
Right.
we could not be complaining about food in the next year. And when now we have food, even the leaders will start approaching us from a totally different angle.
That's
and
true.
even their agendas, they're called what?
Manifestos.
Manifestos. Their manifestos will actually align with what you're doing. We've donated too much power to other individuals, other organizations. That is the responsibility of KFS to take care of our trees. No, it's not. It is our responsibility.
That's why we are all up in arms when the president says, you know, this directive, this is back, this and that. Yeah.
Exactly. So when they play with our emotions, and the moment if you're not in control of things, your emotions will sway you from left to right. So when you take some of this power back and we are sober in our direction, then our future is brighter.
Right.
And that is what you're trying to spread the message. So as well, we like to invite people to be the hummingbird. We are not saying that we own this thing. We actually giving credit to Madam, the professor, the late Wangari Maathai. She's the one who called us. We are her students. We couldn't be here without her. But then we are the people who are walking up in the footsteps and trying to actually lead so that the name and the title and the work of Wangari Maathai continues even after us.
Right.
And that's why we have the Millennium Environmentalist and the Hummingbird Awards.
Very commendable.
Yes, thank you.
Cheryl?
Mine will be on behavioral change mostly. You have to change your behavior to make an impact. So if you start with the small little things, just keep using that straw today to sip your drink, rather look for a glass. Or just keep buying that whatever water in a plastic bottle. Just the small things. Just don't throw paper out of the matatu or the car that you're in. Take charge of your day-to-day life. In terms of opportunities in the environmental space also, I would like to mention, just we have said right now about the artists. So if you are an artist and you want to get into climate change, there are ways to do it. There are so many ways that youth can take up space in the climate actions, whatever direction.
All right.
Yeah.
The man coming up next for a newspaper review section, that is Bwana Dennis Kimani. He's the chair of the Youth Green Society, which is an organization by the youth who are also trying to do one or two things in, restoration and also amassing, support towards climate action. And, having a look at some of the things that they do on that level, it feels like it doesn't need money. It doesn't need a lot of money to get into this, sustainable future. Is that true? Because anytime this conversation comes up, it's like, so which means I need partners, I need a co-founder, I need to set up a good document, I need to get money for this and that. Is it possible to just do it?
It is very possible to just do it. We usually tell a person, if you don't even have money to buy milk, or you don't have money to buy the fruit, just wait for the tree that is in your backyard for it to drop seeds down, and then collect the seeds and plant them. Yes, it doesn't cost you any money to borrow soil. When you go to our neighbor and say, I just need a pint of soil, they won't. It does not cost money. It won't charge you on anything, or some manure that they actually are throwing from the house of their animals. So it doesn't really cost money. But then at the same time, you cannot say it doesn't cost money, because if you're looking to fight the climate change, you need to do this in massive. If even us to get this information out to 50 million Kenyans, we'll need people like you who need to be paid. We need platforms like this which cost at least something. So at the end of the day, it costs money, but then working with other people, collaborating with, for example, KU Media, KU University to reach the students, going to a school, partnering with the Ministry of Education and Environment, going to school and having a platform to sell this information. It's actually on the cheaper side, and we can do it better. And it's in a greener way. So yes, this is.
I think I would say it is important to take advantage of your social capital. Get out of the house. Go attend these networking events. Go speak to people. You're looking for partners. You won't get them at home. We now have social media. Just check through social media. Tell someone straight up, this is what I want to do. How can you come in? I want this help. We have partnered with people even through the DMs. Yes, We have
Okay.
also sent even proposals,
Right.
just like that. And someone says, this
Can
is a
shoot
nice
your
idea.
collaboration shot.
Yes,
DMs.
yes. Yeah, for sure. So just take advantage of all the resources that you have.
Mhm.
Attend these events. There are so many tree planting events right now. I can tell you, I think at around 5 that I know for this Saturday. Attend these things. Go make partners. There's someone who once told me that nowadays decisions are not made in the boardroom. They're only finalized in the boardroom. So go out there, interact with people, then you can finalize your deals in the boardroom. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's actually a good way to end it. But also for guys who want to join, maybe is there a room for anyone who wants to come through and instead of starting on their own, join TME and participate in this?
Yes. There is always room for more. We are going Africa, we are going the whole world, so we are not there yet. Unless we have the 8 billion souls in the world changed to be hummingbirds, our journey is very young. So you're welcome to TME. You can look us on social media, Twitter at TME254, reach us. The name, the Millennium Environmentalists. Please note the double L and double N in the middle. So when you look for us on social media, DM us, we can even give you a number. We are young people, so connection is easy, and networking has been made easier by technology. So you can reach us at any point. You can email us, and we'll always be there to respond. So we're also looking for members, to continue members. We have members all over the world, and we are even looking for people who can work with us as hummingbirds, because our main goal is not only to have members, but credible members. For us, if you become to TME and you're a member, we have to plant trees where you come from. So we planted trees in my home, we planted trees in her home, and everyone members. We planted trees in all of their primary schools. So when you come here as a member, you better come with a already project set up. We'll help you implement it, because that's what we want. We want people who are actively doing something, not only talking about it on social media and other places. So if you have a project and you want a partner who will walk with you all the way, here we are, and reach us out.
Right. There they are, James Kamau and Cheryl Achesa, co-founders at the Millennial Environmentalists. That's the Millennial with double L and double N if you're checking them out online. Thank you guys for joining us and giving us an insight into your enlightening journey. And just a reminder to everyone at home, we can make a difference in creating a future, a sustainable one, a thriving future that is there for generations to come, but also for you to enjoy in your later years. Who doesn't want to sit back, when they are older, breathing nice air, biting on an apple that you just picked from your backyard? It's some good stuff. That's I think I would personally want to be in that future. And if you want to be a part of that future, please check out what the Millennial Environmentalists are doing. There's a gala coming up. Let me just show that up on the screen real quick, happening on 12th of August, Sportsview Hotel, Kasarani, from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. We've been told those activities which are going to go down on that day. The prices are there on the screen for individuals and also for a group to get and reserve a table on that very day. If you missed out on what kind of activities will be happening on that fateful day, check out this conversation on YouTube later on, KUTV Kenya, where we'll be uploading it. And then you can let us know what you think and what your participation is within the community that you are in. I'll be taking a short break on Biashara Tuesday, continuing conversations on business and the environment. You're taking a look at the newspapers with Dennis Kimani. He's the CEO and chair of the Youth Green Society. So a bit of the climate, but also more of what is happening in the world of business. Don't go too far.